Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. It's time for another video. This time, I already got 4 videos in one day. One is an outtake you should certainly watch. It's only 13 seconds long, but whatever, you know. So, after the 2008 Matorn and the 2009 Agori were released on shelves, you know, they each had a similarity problem between the two. But then it got worse with the stars because it felt like they were just rehashing everything, and it felt like, you know, the budget was cut down or something. I don't know. They had to give us one final wave, and then in 2010 we also saw the rise of Hero Factory. Hero Factory was an alright theme for the most part, at least set-wise. There were some great sets that were released. In 2010, it started to get kind of, well, they started kind of rough, honestly. I mean, the villain sets were okay. There was acceptable, you know, bionically builds, especially with Von Nebula and Rotor. And you know what? Even the Furno bike was pretty cool. That was a nice vehicle. I liked that bike. I like it more than Speed of Demon's bike. But the version of Furno on that bike was weak. I mean, it was nice to have the limb pieces in red. It was nice to have those Mata feet in red, and you know, it was just nice to have those. But other than that, no. I have 2 of the heroes, of the pro heroes that I have right here. There's 6 heroes in total. Well, okay, until we saw 3 more of them, and sometime down the road, I'm not gonna discuss that. Fuck that. There was, on the rookie side, there was Furno, and then there was Breeze and Surge. Then the pro side, we got Stormer, which I don't have, unfortunately, because, you know, broken parts and whatnot. Because, yes, they continue to use the redesigned joints, and that is bullshit. So, yeah. But then we got Stringer, who has different colored of the limbs, because the originals are broken, except for one. And I wasn't going to order them off Bricklink because they might not be on Bricklink because of how fragile they are. And then we also get Bulk. Now, there was 2 variants of Bulk, at least in this form. There was the normal silver, then there's this sort of darker silver, and this is more pleasing as a darker silver sort of thing, you know. I actually had a 3rd Bulk, which was this, not this exact one, that was the canister. I sold it off, or traded it in for a Bionicle, I think. And, well, the thing is, with the rookies, they had both limbs, obviously. They had both hands, but they had weapons to put in each. Well, Furno, you can combine those weapons into one and have it like that, and have it hold it in his fist. And with Breeze, she can hold her weapons, and she can also put them on the backs of her upper arms, which is kind of cool. They're like wings, so Toa of Air-esque type of thing. And Surge can combine both of his weapons into one thing that he can laser blast you. The pros had 1 limb, and the other arm is 1 fucking piece except for the socket. They had cool designs. I'm going to take a look at Stringer here. Look at this guy. He is the sound man. He has stereo speakers here and there, even on his head right there. He's like a walking... I always saw this guy as a walking MP3 player, or a walking stereo. Which, you know, it's kind of weird. These hero core pieces are fucking useless, though. You can't use those in a mock and expect to be taken seriously. Unless you're using this this chest armor piece, torso armor piece, which, come on camera, which is being used with this proprietary torso, which has been used for some of the villains too. I mean, I like the design of this torso. I mean, it's definitely, you know, sets it apart from the Agori and 2008 Matoran build torso designs. So at least they were trying to be a little unique. And yes, there's pistons there as well. There's axle rod holes. There's pinholes. There's other holes that you could probably clip something into. Don't think dirty. I don't know. It's a weird thing, you know. And of course, this proprietary armor piece, which you can only use on this unless you try something else. I don't know. Try it. I dare you. This limb. This is the only limb that existed for these heroes. In multiple colors, obviously, between each hero of the 6 heroes that we got in 2010. The fists, the Glatorian fists, made a return. This one's in black, which is nice to have. And Bulk here has one in silver. Again, there's 2 variants. And there's another version of Bulk that has both of these weapons, and a jetpack, and a tube. And it came with the Bulk versus Vapor set, which I never got because I just never got it. Might have to look for it on eBay someday. Someone's gonna beat me to that probably because, you know, collectors and wanting the parts for themselves and whatnot. But hey, so I like the face on this guy, the mask. It looks cool, I guess. This is actually the one that came with the breakout one, I think. I don't remember. Maybe this is one I ordered. I don't know. But this is a mask. It looks kind of cool. It's a shame that these masks, helmets, whatever you want to say, have these damn speaker things, or not speaker things, flashlight things, and, you know, microphone things, because otherwise they could be used as decent, like, Glatorian helmets. Like, I could see this being used as a Glatorian helmet. It has decent rounded edges and whatnot. It's a decent mask. It's a decent helmet. I like it. The gun, though, the blaster thing, is a pretty weird design. Interesting. It's supposed to be like a speaker blaster. Sound blast. Yeah. There's a speaker right there. It looks like he has his fist melded into the thing, which is kind of weird. And on the other side, it's just hollow, which is kind of lazy, but I get why they had to do that, because, you know, costs. The articulation is nothing special. Obviously, you know, this can move in directions, the head can move in directions, this arm can move in directions, so can the fist. This is the only black fist I have of the original Glatorian fists. The legs can move in different positions, so you can get them to do that if you want, like a little weirdo. You can also move the ankles this way and that way. Also, we have these polypropylene feet, which can break, apparently. I mean, I've already shown that with this Breeze one. Yeah, that fucking blows. Also, this leg armor. It's an interesting one-piece thing. You can use both this foot and this armor piece, if you so choose. You can even use this limb piece in a mock. I've used it as a penis on a couple of different mocks. The torso is usable. The Glatorian head is obviously usable. That one's very bright too. Oh, alright. This one has pretty good coverage on the back too, so that's cool. The only thing that I wouldn't use in a mock is this blaster sort of thing, this one-piece thing. The core and the chest armor. That's it. Everything else is usable to an extent. Even the fist, of course, you're gonna have to get like 15 of those if you want, but if they exist. With Bulk here, you're gonna have to get more than one of these, obviously. So the torso armor on this one looks more generic in a way, I guess you could say. It does have flaring back here, has nice shoulder coverage, and has these things. His Mask looks kind of interesting. I mean, I've used it on a Toabok. I'll have to rebuild him at some point, but hey. Otherwise, the chest armor looks generic. The silver armor and feet are useful. This weapon looks like, I don't know, it looks like some sort of weird blaster. It looks like a conglomerate of what the fuck. These orbs down here are like, is this the magazine where these orbs are generated and you know, they go into this area? That's where you blast them. I don't know. This is weird. Also, this is the one where he has this trigger finger exposed right there, which is weird. And the articulation is the exact same. Also, if you want to see what Bulk looks like without the jetpack and the tube, but with both weapons, both of my arms are guns! You remember that Joller video? That's funny. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of this character called Thresher from Hero Factory, because, you know, he used both of these weapons, and apparently. And, well, that does look kind of cool. I mean, not really. Yeah. let's just leave the Sound Blaster to Stringer. I do like Stringer overall. He does remind me of a stereo of a walking MP3 player. If you've seen one of those, probably not. But he does look kind of cool. I like the use of the parts. The Black Fist is usable, obviously. All these heroes definitely come with useful parts, and the rookies definitely have useful weapons. The problem with the heroes in general, the 6 that were released in 2010, is that I struggle to believe that they are actually worth a damn. Because these were $10 when they came out, I think. Same as the Bionicle Stars that came out the earliest of 2010. And in between that, we got something else to talk about too. Fuck. The Hero Factory heroes they had useful parts, but otherwise were shit. These heroes got better as time went on, you know, with 2.0 and 3.0, Savage Planet Breakout, and of course, Brain Attack, which is the best wave for the heroes side of things, even though there was a couple missing, I think, like Stringer and Nex. Unfortunately, then there was also the stupid Invasion from Below, which some people say that's the best wave. You are wrong. Go watch my video on Invasion from Below. Yeah. Invasion from Below is a complete joke. There was a pseudo episode, but it was more of an animated, you know, walkthrough for the game. The Invasion from Below game. It was not an actual real episode. It was bullshit. Anyway, back on topic. What am I saying? I'm on topic. This is Hero Factory. So, while there are useful parts in these sets, I don't see myself ever using the chest armor or the gun things that the pros come with. I know someone used the Stormer's ice blasting weapon, frost weapon, in some kind of weird motorcycle type of design, small little build. It's been a while since I've seen that photo. In fact, I'm not sure if that was even real. But I swear I saw that somewhere. But, you know, they can be used. It's just very limited. These masks are definitely, or helmets, whatever, are definitely usable if you're willing to, you know, sand off the microphones and the headlight things, flashlight things on their heads. Or create a like, go into like Blender or whatever to create a new mold of this piece, of this mask or this mask, but without the flashlight and the microphones. That would be awesome. And then obviously, you know, either 3D print them, resin print, or have bootleg in ABS plastic, or polypropylene if that's doable. I don't like Furno's helmet. It's kind of ugly, and Surge's helmet is, I mean, it's usable, but I still don't like it that much. I used it on a female mock on Kotoha, Toa of Water. I've used Breeze's mask. I love Breeze's mask. It looks brilliant. It's a lovely mask. I love the Breakout version, or not the Break, it's the same one. The Brain Attack version better, though. It's lovely. I love it. And of course, Stormer's helmet is useful. I've used it on a mock. It's over there. It's a Toa of Ice. And of course, you know, I've used Bulk's helmet before on a certain Falk Toa. I'll have to rebuild that. Yeah. I used a copy of Stringer's mask on my father's self mock that I built a few years ago or so. That was cool. The Hero Factory heroes in the show come off as just lame. The show was meh for the most part. I know I just said meh instead of adjectives because that's the only way I could describe it. Meh. But the sets definitely had their use in terms of, you know, parts. If you wanted to make a Matoran build with any of these parts, you can. Think of this as like an advancement of the Agori / Matoran 2008 / Stars build designs. They definitely have a little bit more originality here and there. But these limbs still remind me of the Toa Mata and Toa Nuva things, with it being one piece and all. Obviously, you know, there might be a way you can try to make a version of this that you can do the bicep curl thing. Make it bend at the elbow or bend at the knees, but then you'd have to do that for the armor too, and that's extra steps and extra time you don't want to waste. So I can see why it was only one solid piece, but hey, it's usable. Again, I've used it for a cock on a mock or two, but So, what do you think about the heroes from 2010? And the other versions of, you know, Bulk and Furno? Out of these two, what's your favorite? Mine's Stringer, but Bulk is also cool too. I liked their 3.0 versions, and even their Breakout versions were cool. Bulk's Brain Attack version, though, was pretty cool too. He liked like this underslung drill thing. It looked fucking awesome. He's gonna drill you. He's gonna drill you. All right. No death metal vocals, please. I mean, I like death metal, but I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's it for this video. Gotta have some tea. So I hope y'all enjoy this here video. I know this is the 5th video for the day, but hey, I like making videos. Shut up. Put you two over there. I've got more videos. I will have a video talking about the Visorak, going back to Bionicle, so stay tuned for that. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.